Welcome back, everybody, to freeing all of the fleas, getting true ending with as low percent as possible. So we just finished the delivery to Styx, and now we are going to pick up our next delivery, which is going to be going up to Songclave. And as is the theme with this run, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff in parallel with that delivery. So our main path to get up to Songclave is we're going to go up through Wisp Thicket, which is a fun little area that you can get to with wings. Before we go there, we're going to go ahead and tell the fleas to travel. We can't go with them because we have the package and it would break the package, but we'll meet them later. And so now we go through and do the movement through this area again. We have to move through here several times because of the various packages that we're delivering. Every time we do it just slightly differently, just for fun. We try to get nail hits in when we can to get a little more silk so that we can do more claw lines since we don't have dash. Up here we're going to have the arena again, and as we've done the last few times, we're going to skip the arena. And now we're going to go ahead and turn in the crop pelts that we gathered earlier. These are a quest point, and they also give us a crafting kit, which thankfully this is a required quest, so even though that's a percent, we are required to get it anyways. But that crafting kit is also going to increase the damage of our snare setter, which is handy. We do use it a few times in combat. And we've skipped the arena again. We had to activate the arena because we needed the gate to jump off of to get the wall jump. So there is a flea down here. We're going to save the flea first. Awooo! And now we're going to head into the Wisp Thicket. Wisp Thicket is a wonderful little area with all sorts of interesting characters. Lots of things trying to blow you up. Thankfully, we can just not get blown up. We do skip those rosaries there because we have more than enough rosaries at this point. We needed rosaries early in the run, but now we have an excess due to the career quests. Here's a fun little series of skips. There are some fast cycles you can do in here with dash, but without dash we had to improvise. So that's still fairly quick. Another flea saved. And now we can make our way up through the underworks and head to Songclave. Ultimately, we're going to go through the vaults. The reason that we're taking this path is that we actually need to head through lower vaults anyways from below in order to get the first melody. And so it makes sense to do it as part of this delivery. So work our way through here, back up around. Often in a lot of runs you would actually just do this after getting the grapple ability, but we didn't do it at that time. We went directly to the Ventrica instead. So now we're doing that movement that would have been done earlier, but now we have wings, which makes this movement a little bit nicer. It's a very funny room here. There's a lot of interesting claw lines and pogos and lots of fun stuff. Unfortunately, we do have to deal with the steam here, because even though we went through the mist, Phantom isn't dead. So the mist is still flowing through here. And now we can pick up the cylinder. And we're going to go ahead and turn it in as well while we're here. Though before we do that, we are going to save another flea that's here as well. So the Flea's in this room. And with wings, we can just go ahead and climb. We did lift that block earlier to make things a little bit easier. Not that it matters too much. Or actually, no, that wasn't this block. That's in the other room. Yeah. Yeah, we used the snare setter for a quick drop. We're going to go ahead and turn in the melody. Yeah.
That's fine. You're not. You're not.
That's the first melody down. We're not going to get the other two just yet. We do have some other stuff that we need to complete first. But this one is convenient to get now while we're in the area. So now we're going to get another Flea. This Flea is one that's a bit out of the way, and a lot of people probably got relatively late in their playthroughs. Because you have to find this area, then you have to make it through here and open this. And then you have to successfully make it through this gauntlet. And you have to not fall into biowater, and instead go this way. I'm sure a lot of people, when they got here the first time, fell into biowater, much to their dismay. We're actually a little too fast here, and we end up hitting the obstacles, but it's not too bad. It's just a very brief delay. And now we can rescue the Flea that's up here. Oh! And then we're not going to go for the rosaries here either, for the same reason as earlier. We got plenty of rosaries. Alright, so now we are going to turn in some quests. We have the Pens quest that we can turn in. And we're also going to turn in the courier. And then we're going to set up some additional quests. So we need to save Sherma, but Sherma hasn't left yet, so we're going to talk to Sherma now. That sets the conditions. Now we can bench, and then when we save and quit to this bench, Sherma will be missing and in whiteboard. We did what was called triggering a time passes elsewhere, which is the game code updating other areas whenever you save and quit when you're on a bench elsewhere. We accept 2 more quests. That is to save Sherma, and also to collect cloaks for the choir. So we're going to travel to the Spa Ventrica, and this puts us pretty close to whiteboard, because that's where we want to go. And on the way there, we do have a couple of cloaks that we can gather. So these guys have a total of 2 cloaks. We do end up killing all of them just for convenience. But on the next group, we can be a little bit more selective. Garmon's here to help out a little bit. We knocked that guy out of the way a little bit, just enough to delay and pick up that cloak. And this guy we can get on his own. No cloak from the other one, so we skip him. And now we head into the whiteboard. We already opened that shortcut earlier, so all we have to do is drop in. We take advantage of the hits on those guys to get a little extra silk for claw lines. And now we're going to have a fun arena fight. And we're going to make good use of Snare Setter here, because the enemies are delayed in their pop-in. So Snare Setter can do a decent amount of damage here. About 40 damage. And between that and the Pogo Hammer, the enemies die pretty fast. Unfortunately, we're out of snare setters, so these last two we just have to kill the old-fashioned way. Thankfully, because there's two of them, we can kind of switch between them. There you go, Sherma.
Caspin, ring me a bell?
We get a useless half a spindle, which we'll never actually get the other half for. And then now we are going to return to the bench, and we're going to go ahead and break some shards so that we can repair our snare setters. And then we are going to pick up the upgrade quest, and then we're going to talk to Jubilana. And the combination of those two factors will set us up so that we can save and quit, and then Jubilana will now be officially missing. And that will allow us to pick up the quest to rescue Jubilana. There's a lot of management here of all the various quest chains that need to be done for true ending. Oi. So now we're going to head up to Memoriam. Ultimately, our goal is to save Jubilana and also start on the things that we need to complete in the Putrefied Ducks. But before we do that, there is a Flea here in Memoriam. We are going to keep this bench because we're going to do a couple of different things from this bench. We're going to do the Flea, then we're going to do Putrefied Ducks, and then we are going to branch off from there to do High Halls, and finally Lace 2. So, very important bench. I always like this area. You can get hints of the areas that you might not have seen just from the varieties that you see through here. And now we have a Flea to save. This one's a little bit special. He wants to play for a bit before he goes away. Good boy. And that's it for now. Thank you everybody for watching. Look forward to next time, where we're going to have some very fun things to do, including the High Halls Arena, a new edition with our new loadout, and everybody's favorite fight,